Welcome to Chasing Curiosity TV. Subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. Subic Bay, Philippines, once a Cold War stronghold, is roaring back to life. Once a symbol of American military might in Asia, Subic Bay is now at the center of a dramatic transformation, echoing with the footsteps of a new generation. After decades of dormancy, the U.S. flag returns, not as an occupier, but as a partner in a revitalized alliance. This time, the partnership is built on mutual respect and shared interests, reflecting the evolving dynamics of the 21st century. This move is a direct response to rising regional tensions and signals America's renewed commitment to the Indo-Pacific. The presence of U.S. naval forces in these waters is a message to allies and rivals alike. The balance of power in Asia is shifting. The closure of Subic Bay in 1992 ended an era, but today marks a new chapter, one focused on partnership and shared security. The once silent docks are now bustling again, echoing with the sounds of renewed cooperation. The decision to reopen Subic Bay is driven by a shared urgency between Washington and Manila. Both nations recognize the need to adapt to new threats and opportunities, forging a stronger bond in the face of uncertainty. The region's calm has given way to disputes and confrontations, putting the Philippines on the front line. As maritime tensions escalate, the stakes for both countries and for the region have never been higher. Reopening Subic Bay is a calculated step, symbolizing a renewed commitment to mutual defense. It's a clear signal that both nations are prepared to stand together, ready to respond to any challenge. This is not a nostalgic return, but a reimagining for 21st century realities. Flexibility, interoperability, and rapid response are now the focus. Joint exercises and training are designed to ensure both forces can operate seamlessly together. The base will serve as a hub for joint operations and logistics, strengthening a partnership that has endured for over 70 years. Subic Bay is once again a linchpin in the region's security architecture, supporting humanitarian missions and disaster response as well. The flags of both nations will fly side by side, representing unity in a contested region. Their presence is a daily reminder of the enduring alliance and the shared values that bind the two countries together. Subic Bay's story is once again intertwined with the security of both nations. Its transformation mirrors the evolving relationship between the U.S. and the Philippines, adapting to new realities while honoring a shared past. For the world, this is a clear sign of America's pivot to Asia taking tangible form. Subic Bay is now a focal point in the global conversation about security, strategy, and the future of the Indo-Pacific. For Filipinos, it brings both the promise of security and questions about sovereignty and social impact. The return of foreign forces stirs debate but also hope for economic revival and stability in uncertain times. The world is watching as Subic Bay awakens, poised to reshape Asia's strategic map. Its future will be written by the choices made today, choices that will echo across the region for generations to come. The return of U.S. forces to Subic Bay is the culmination of years of careful negotiation, shifting alliances, and strategic realignment in the region. This move is not just a simple return, but a calculated response to evolving security dynamics in Southeast Asia. Under the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA, the U.S. is now able to rotate troops, pre-position equipment, and construct new facilities on key Philippine bases. This agreement strengthens the military partnership and allows both nations to respond more flexibly to emerging threats. Subic Bay's inclusion in the EDCA marks the most significant expansion of this agreement to date, highlighting its renewed importance as a strategic hub. The timing of this development reflects a mutual understanding between the U.S. and the Philippines that today's complex security environment demands closer, more coordinated collaboration than ever before. For the Philippines, modernizing its armed forces and protecting its vast maritime domain, especially in the face of rising regional tensions, is now a top national priority. Partnering with the U.S. provides the Philippines with access to advanced technology, specialized training, and critical resources that would otherwise be difficult to obtain, accelerating the country's military modernization. For America, Subic Bay is a cornerstone of its Indo-Pacific strategy, enabling rapid crisis response, power projection, and a visible presence in a region marked by growing competition and uncertainty. This renewed presence is not about establishing permanent bases, but about ensuring that U.S. forces can be present, agile, and effective whenever and wherever they are needed most. The move follows a period of renewed diplomatic engagement and a reaffirmation of the decades-old Mutual Defense Treaty, signaling a deepening of trust and shared interests. Reactivating Subic Bay is a physical manifestation of this commitment, transforming words and agreements into real-world action and capability. It sends a clear message to both allies and adversaries that the U.S. Philippine alliance is not only enduring, but also evolving to meet the challenges of the 21st century. The world is now witnessing a deliberate, carefully coordinated diplomatic and military recalibration with Subic Bay at its center. Subic Bay is once again at the heart of regional security, standing as a symbol of renewed partnership and shared resolve in an increasingly uncertain world. The main driver behind this decision is the urgent need to defend Philippine waters. The West Philippine Sea has become a flashpoint, with Filipino fishermen and Coast Guard vessels facing harassment. Reopening Subic Bay is seen as a critical step in deterring persistent aggression, especially from China. Beijing's militarization of artificial islands has fundamentally altered the security landscape. The presence of U.S. forces at Subic Bay signals that aggression against the Philippines will have international consequences. Joint operations will enhance the Philippines' ability to monitor and protect its waters. This is about preventing conflict, not provoking it, raising the cost of aggression to foster stability. The goal: ensure disputes are resolved through diplomacy, not force. The U.S. commitment under the Mutual Defense Treaty is reaffirmed. An attack on Philippine forces will trigger an American response. This renewed security guarantee is the bedrock of the decision. Subic Bay gives the Philippines the support it needs to defend its sovereignty. Subic Bay's new mission is designed to meet the demands of modern warfare and ensure regional security in an increasingly complex environment. Once a symbol of Cold War power, the bay is now being transformed to address today's evolving threats and challenges in the Indo-Pacific. The base is being reconfigured as a multifunctional hub, supporting joint maritime and air operations. This transformation includes state-of-the-art command centers, upgraded runways, and expanded docks to accommodate a wider range of vessels and aircraft. U.S. and Philippine vessels can now refuel, rearm, and undergo essential repairs here, while rotating squadrons of American aircraft operate seamlessly alongside their Filipino counterparts. This close cooperation enhances both nations' operational readiness and strengthens their ability to respond to regional crises. The base will store vital equipment and pre-position ammunition, dramatically shortening crisis response times and ensuring that forces can mobilize at a moment's notice. Plans also include developing local ammunition manufacturing capabilities, which will boost Philippine self-reliance and support the growth of the domestic defense industry. Subic Bay will serve as a center for intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance, deploying advanced platforms such as drones and maritime patrol aircraft to monitor the region. These high-tech assets provide real-time data for both nations, aiding not only in maritime security but also in environmental monitoring and disaster response. The focus is on shared, flexible facilities that can adapt to changing needs, not on building a massive permanent garrison, but on creating a dynamic, responsive base. This rotational model maintains a strong, visible presence, while respecting local political sensitivities and fostering trust between allies. American and Filipino service members will train and operate together, building interoperability and fostering a true partnership based on shared experience. Subic Bay is being reborn as a symbol of a modern, adaptable alliance, one that is prepared to meet the challenges of the future. It stands for mutual respect, shared strategic goals, and a renewed commitment to peace and stability in the region. Subic Bay's transformation involves major investment in new infrastructure. New hangars and maintenance bays will support both Philippine and U.S. aircraft, including advanced fighters and surveillance planes. A joint venture ammunition plant will boost local supply and support U.S. forces in the region. Maritime infrastructure is being upgraded to accommodate modern naval vessels, including carriers and submarines. The goal makes Subic Bay a premier ship repair and resupply facility in the Western Pacific. Advanced command, control, and communication systems will enable seamless coordination. A new joint operations center will serve as the nerve center for both militaries. This technological integration is key to true interoperability. The renewed presence at Subic Bay is about enhancing U.S.-Philippine cooperation. Joint military exercises will build muscle memory and perfect combined tactics, from anti-submarine warfare to amphibious landings. Air patrols will see Philippine and American jets flying side by side, deterring adversaries and training Filipino pilots. U.S. surveillance aircraft will share real-time intelligence with Philippine command centers. Logistics and support operations will be managed jointly, ensuring rapid crisis response. Subic Bay will also serve as a hub for humanitarian assistance and disaster relief. This partnership strengthens both national security and the well-being of the Filipino people. Subic Bay's geography is its greatest asset, a deep-water harbor on the doorstep of the South China Sea. For the U.S., it enables rapid response to regional crises and sustains a forward presence. For the Philippines, it's a forward base to monitor and protect its western flank, including the West Philippine Sea. Hosting U.S. forces provides a powerful deterrent, complicating any aggressor's calculations. The economic impact is significant. Upgrades create jobs and stimulate local business. For the U.S., it's a cost-effective way to leverage existing infrastructure. Subic Bay's reopening symbolizes the revitalization of the alliance. It sends a clear message of enduring commitment to regional stability. Subic Bay is once again a linchpin in the Indo-Pacific strategy. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA, is the legal foundation for the U.S. return to Subic Bay. The Philippines retains full ownership. The U.S. builds facilities for joint use. Logistics are central. New warehouses, fuel depots, and maintenance facilities support both nations. Infrastructure upgrades funded by the U.S. benefit the Philippines long-term, enhancing Subic's commercial and strategic value. Joint exercises like Balikatan will expand, building interoperability and trust. Subic Bay will be a central hub for training and operations. This agreement turns diplomatic words into concrete action. China's assertive actions in the South China Sea are the central cause for Subic Bay's reopening. Beijing's militarization and disregard for international rulings have pressured its neighbors. The U.S. presence at Subic Bay is a defensive response, not aggression. It reassures allies and raises the cost of hostile actions. This move alters Asia's security calculus, strengthening deterrence and regional confidence. The alliance aims for a stable balance of power and peaceful dispute resolution. The future of Asian security hinges on how this new dynamic unfolds. Subic Bay's return will be felt across the region.